What's going on, guys? We're here. We're live. We're here with a live stream. Joining room 1, aka Chicago Joy, watching some 200, 400 deep ante pot limit Omaha running right now on Pokerstars. I was going to go to sleep. Took a couple sleeping pills, laying in bed, but man, this action's just too good to pass up. We got some really deep stacks right now. We got some play that we don't rarely see. So we had to pop the recording open, get the laptop fired up here, and get this shit going on. How's everybody out there doing? We're streaming this live. Any questions, any comments, any feedback, anything, let me know. Ask anything you want. Couple podcast updates. Might be having on Doug Polk, WCG Rider tomorrow. That's potentially, it looks like we're going to do that. Ben 86. We're going to be doing one, not sure on the exact date, hopefully Friday. And then Jason Somerville, a.k.a. Jay Carver, on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, that's the upcoming podcasts that are going to happen. And let's get into the action. Let's look at the table. We got an interesting lineup. We got Sauce 123, Mr. GTO. We got JPAA, just sat down, one of the biggest winners in online PLO right now. We got MOP, one of the beast, one of the top winners online last year. We got Odson, obviously, who's a legend, guest to the podcast as well. We got Nimzon, who is a piece of shit motherfucking short stacker, who's a big, huge piece of shit, who's been one of the biggest pieces of shit in online poker for so career. All in and a call, $72,000 pot. See what happens. Oh my God, Odson loses a 72K pot. I actually can't. I think it might be a little challenging here to replay the hand. Odson 3-bet, King, Queen 10 double suited. I mean, pretty standard. 3-bet, King, Queen 10 double suited. MOP call with Queen Jack 8-9, flop top 2 pair. They got it all in. That's what it is. 72K pot. And yeah, Nimzon, obviously, I mean, he's like literally has one of the worst reputations of all time. Obviously, some people like, you know, they enjoy being like, they don't care. So I hate that motherfucker so much, though. And then we got Natalie 724, the mysterious account from Israel. Some speculation going on right now in the 2+2 thread. Some allegations being said that it could be potentially actress Natalie Portman, and I am doing all I can to fuel those rumors because I'm making an allegation that I think it's Natalie Portman. Born in Israel, obviously this counts from Israel, started in a poker movie as a poker player who was a degenerate poker player like Natalie 724, debatably rich like Natalie 724 is to lose the money. You know, it's just, it really all adds up. Really all adds up. But yeah, we got, I wonder if some people actually thought I was going to be playing 200, 400 PLO right now. And if you thought that, obviously you're in big noob, but that's fine. We got love for noobs. We need noobs out there. So yeah, let's get some actions. Watch some action. We got Marco all in out there. What's up, Marco? Papi, Drago, Stewart. What's up, Stu? Ben Hellstrip. What's up, Ben? Sam Pickles. Have some tea. Can't be bothered to have tea right now, man. Faden RS. What's up, Faden? Foss. What's up, Papi? Dragos alleges that he lost 10 kilos from running. Nice work. Keep up the good work. We got Chobo. What's up, Chobo? 200, 400 PLO. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Wim Rosebone. What's up, puppy? So yeah, we'll take a look at this table's playing. Obviously, I think people are going to be very inclined to want to play hands with the fun player, Natalie 724. I think Natalie on high stakes database is down about 425,000. Appears to be winning this session. I'm not quite sure who's losing or who's winning this session. But is anybody out there? I wonder if I can get Dankness on the phone or something like that. I wonder if I can get my father Dankness out there, see what Dankness is up to. See if we can get him chatting about this. I'm sure he's probably playing the Scoop as well. Obviously, Scoop season's been going on. It's a great season. It's a great time to be playing poker. Oh, I'm going to see an all in here. Sauce 3 bets, odds and calls, all in. Aces versus kings. First run out, Sauce takes it. Nope. Odson takes it down. Second run out. Odson takes it down as well. $26,000 pot for Odson. I'm actually curious why Odson, why he wouldn't want to top up here at all. I would just think he'd want to top up here, but I just don't understand. I just don't understand why he wouldn't want to top up here, especially with Natalie, the alleged fun player in action here. Just doesn't make much sense why you wouldn't want to top up here. I don't know. What's up, Luke? Luke McLeod, puppy. George Nevin, what's up, George? Yannick, what's up, Yannick? Wim says Russian PTR, question mark. What about Russian PTR, man? What about it? Yeah, Jason Mercier has been winning all the events. He streamed on Twitch yesterday for the first time, I believe. He alleges that he does not use a HUD. And yeah, it appeared from his play he didn't use a HUD. I was watching it for a bit, watching tournament poker being streamed. That's not when it's the beginning stage of the tournament. Might be one of the most boring things you can possibly do. I can't think of many more boring things to possibly do. Marco says, is Odd Odson broke? Sam speculates his stakers don't allow. Who knows? Could be true. Who knows? Cannot confirm or deny any of those allegations. I don't know. Some great speculation. Raphael, what's up, Raphael? MOP is quite stuck. And surprisingly, Odson, yeah, I don't know why Odson wouldn't want to, especially if he's, I guess he doesn't care if he's stuck or not in terms of his reloading. All right, so MOP raised pre-flop, check call this flop. Usually that means he's got flush draw type hand. He raised under the gun, 5, 6, 7, 2 hearts. When someone here check calls, they have a hand like aces, kings, and obviously that's a good backdoor. Backdoor quad got there. He could have his reverse blockers could have turned into a full house now. So let's see what happens. I expect him to bet. I expect Sauce to take it to fold. Jonas says, Joey, thanks for the stream. Much love, Jonas. Thank you very much, puppy. Cappy Cola asks a great question, which I haven't actually been able to get to the bottom to. Why would Natalie Portman use a Canadian flag avatar? Yeah, so MOP obviously shows up with aces there with the nut flush draw, which is, I think, is most likely hand to have in that situation. Sauce did call on the river. I expect Sauce probably to have some type of full house too, queens or jacks or something like that. MOP probably would check call with a nut flush type hand there with no pair and then turn it into a bluff by the river. So he either has aces, kings, or missed ace high flush draw type hand, most likely in that spot. These pots are so big pre-flop. So they're raising pot pre-flop. So three-way, $6,300 pot. How sick is that, man? Fred Evans says, does Joey not Twitch anymore? Man, I'm not on Twitch. No mas Twitch for right now, guys. I don't know if I'm ever going to Twitch again. As fun as Twitch is, I mean, guys, it's fun on, what's the fun on Twitch? But Twitch isn't even that fun to be on. I love everybody on Twitch, but like streaming Twitch all the time, not fun. MOP leads here. Check call flop from the big blind. Diamond gets there on the turn. Sauce folds like a bitch. Nice hand. MOP, 13K pot his way. All these pots are so big. Drago says, Joey, talk some running GTO. What do you want to know, man? You tripping. What do you want to know about running? I don't know about running. Uh-oh. Gonna see a pot. JP squeezes from the big blind. Let's see what Natalie Portman folds. What the hell? Odson obviously is not folding. He's stuck. He calls. King, queen, flop, 2 diamonds. Twitch is total class, Willem. That's a great point. JP pots it. Odson all in. Calls. Odson, man. Odson must be. He's playing. Yeah, Odson's playing pretty shitty right now. So he stacks off with. I wish I could show the. Let me take a look and show. I don't want to show me in bed right now because I'm in bed right now. I may or may not have any clothes on. For those of you guys that watched the last live stream, my video, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my laptop, man. There's some sort of, it's on a countdown to Busto right now. It's like a young Bobby Busto Blonde right now. It's always on a countdown to Busto. I dropped it off my bed. The power cord broke off in the computer, and then it broke the power socket. So when I'm running too much power using OBS, it just breaks. So Yeah. But yeah, JP took that down. I'm going to figure out a way to make this easy. Jordan 36er. What's up, Jordan? What's up, motherfucker? What's up, Poppy? Welcome to the live stream. Luke says, so much better to listen to than either poor content by a mile. I agree. Those of you tuning in late, we're here watching some 200, 400 deep Ante PLO on Pokerstars. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my God, check raise. All in, call. What's happening here? Odson has a chop out. He 3/4s it. Yeah, Odson takes it down. All right, hold on. I gotta see how we can replay, guys. Hold on a second. Don't show me on camera. If it shows me on camera, I'm just gonna be with no shirt on. So my dick's not out. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys are disappointed. Please don't do it. No, don't show me. Don't show me. Okay, it's not gonna show me. Okay, good. All right. Whatever. Let's just show the entire screen here for a second. All right, let's see if this works. Oops, didn't work. Nope. Where is that? Nope. Oh, we're here? Okay. Oh, this might make my computer break. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, here we go. Let's make this bigger. I hopped in the plane in LAX with my dream in my card again. Welcome to the land of fame and excess. Woo! Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. Yannick says, Joe, what events are you going to play at WSOP? I'm playing every Pile of an Omaha event, guys. I decided I'm playing the 1K, the 1500, the 3K 6 max, the 10K championship, and the 25K high roller. I'm playing them all. I'm going to sell action for 2 of them. You don't want to buy action. That's fine. That's okay. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell action for whatever I want to play in less than an hour. But yeah, I'm playing all the events, man. I'm winning. I'm going to win a PLO bracelet. I'm calling it now. And I'm probably going to play a couple no limit events. I'm going to play the main event, obviously. Might play the 500K high roller. You never know. Let's not get carried away. But yeah. Let's not get carried away. What's up, Bruno? Puppy. D-Seep. What's up, D-Seep? Puppy. Welcome, boys. Welcome, welcome. Wim says, Joey, your thoughts on solar power? My thoughts on solar power? What are your thoughts on? I don't know what you're talking about right now, Wim. My thoughts on solar power? My thoughts on solar power? Thoughtless when it comes to solar power. Man, I had such a long weekend, guys. I was raging all weekend. I came out of retirement. I was retired from women. I was retired from partying. I was retired from what happens when you stay out till 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. Listen, guys, the only bad things happen when you stay out till 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to tell you the bad things that happen. You end up having sex with somebody you may or may not know that well. You end up doing things that may or may not be considered harmful to your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your heart. And I'm telling you guys, it's impossible to stay out till 8 a.m. and not have some of those things happen. And I'm not saying that any of those things happen to me, but I'm just saying for some people that may have been with me that stayed out that late, things like that may have happened to them. Sauce 3-bet here, pots the flop, 954, all in, call. JP's got a straight draw, hits the first one, second one, he's going to need a 7, and they chop it up. Sigh, nice hand. Wow, Ribeiro says his Nim's on the ultimate bum hunter. I wouldn't say he's the ultimate. Crash through Ferrari. What kind of dumb fucking question is that, dude? Okay, we got to squeeze. Odds and squeezes. Sauce calls. Expect Natalie to call. It's the live stream. What's up, Dank? Natalie folds. What's happening here? 956 flop. 2 diamonds. This action's fucking insane, man. What the fuck is happening? Odds and pots and sauce folds. Papito H34 says his Nim's on a reg at these stakes. I mean, he's definitely played big stakes like this before for sure. George says, watch the Stapes, new Crown Up guy in Pertouche chat today. Love the content, man. Keep it up. Thank you, George. Yeah, for those who haven't watched, I've had some recent debatably good podcasts with Fedor Holes. Crown Up guy came back on. Pertouche came back on. I thought that one was great. We also had Joe Stapleton on, one of the EPT Pokerstars announcers. I thought that one was awesome. I really enjoyed talking to him a lot. I can see why he's had as much success as he's been able to have. Looks like Natalie's playing like a little nit today, right now. We got Dankness. We got to call up Dank. Dank, can you chat? Are you playing some PLO or Scoop right now? If I call you on Skype, can you talk for a bit? Watch a little bit of action. Felix says Big Dick Donger Kim's up $200,000. I believe he's playing some heads up at 1 or 200 right now. Keep it up, Big Dick. Sean says Poppy warm up for EDC. Man, I don't even want to go to EDC. I don't want to go to EDC, man, anymore. I'm gonna go to EDC, but I don't want to go to EDC. I'm gonna die. I might die, man. I'm retired from raging. I'm not doing it anymore. Fuck, man. Fuck. Fast Freddy says, Joey, thoughts about the heads up sit and go automated decision software? Yeah. That's some fucked up shit. For those of you guys who haven't seen, there's been a thread in News Use Gossip on 2+2 about some I don't know, some type of software heads up sit and go players use that allegedly tells you what decisions to make in all situations. It's supposed to play for you, basically. I don't know, man. From the things being said about it, it seems very fucked up that this would be allowed by Pokerstars. But if you guys want to go to NVG, News Use Gossip, and check it out. If I sometimes don't make sense in my sentences, I did take 2 sleeping pills and was laying in bed ready to sleep, listening to a video as I fell asleep, and now we're here. We're on the live stream. Natalie raises, Nims and Oddson call. I guess the action is playing a little bit more wild now, just because we do have Oddson and JP, who are 2 of the more aggressive players in the game, with 100 big blinds, and they're opening to pot pre-flop. So the pot's just going to get pretty big, especially when it's 3-way. It's already 7K in the pot. When it's 3-bet pre-flop, they'll be like 13K effective in the pot. Maybe 13K effective isn't exactly the right word to say that, but yeah. Kush Strain says, sounds like you're fresh off an all-nighter. I've been awake for like 4 days, man. Let's be honest here, guys. I'm being awake. I'm tired. Ben says, if you remember Charlie Carroll from a live stream one time, he was shot taking 2550 and L, shipped the high roller money call for 1 million. Congratulations, Charlie. I believe his screen name is Epic something. Epic. It's not Epicurious, is it? No, it's not Epicurious. It's something. I can't remember what it is. Interesting. Oddson bets his size on the river. The flush gets there. The 5 gets there. Nimzon led the turn. Oddson called. Now he's betting the river. He's got the old Jack 9-2-4. As you can see, Oddson does not fold the big blind. He defends Jack 9-2-4 with 9-2 of spades. Flop goes checked around. He calls Nimzon's lead on the turn with bottom 2 pair and a flush draw, and then gets there on the river and takes it down. Epiphany 7-7. That was his name. Congratulations, buddy. Sam Pecos says, who are you betting on for Big Brother UK? Why do you think? I've never watched that show, man. I've been watching Survivor right now. I'm watching Bachelorette. If anyone's trying to do a Bachelorette draft, the results, I believe, are on the internet, though, so it'd have to be a blind draft. But if anyone's interested in doing a draft for that, let me know. Drago says, Mercier's chip leader at the final table of Scoop 26? You've got to be fucking kidding me. That can't be real. What a psychopath, dude. Let me pull this up and see. Scoop number 26. What is this? Scoop high 3-stack. Let's see. 8 players left. Chip leader. Are you fucking insane, man? What a sicko. God, what a beast. I believe there was a PLO running today as well. It looked like there was some sort of problem registering. Late registration was supposed to go for 3 hours. It only went for an hour and a half. Looks like we got 28 left in this. We got Maroon Lime, Emil, in the lead right now. We got 446, another reg, PLO reg, kind of fun. In second, we got JPAA playing 200-400. And also third in chips in this with 28 left, Johnny Loudon. Domshay, shout out to Domshay. Happy Fister, another reg. Eddie Max plays some cash. Kropenik plays cash. Happy Fister, I believe, went deep in the turbo. Vroom, obviously one of the crushers online. Ship it for the win. Another cash game player sometimes. I believe he did win a scoop as well. Artem is kind of a fun player. Yao Mathis or Lena's kind of fun too. Siren's been around for a long time. Definitely fun. Andrew Chen, shout out to Andrew. He's 24th right now in chips. And yeah, we got a lot of PLO regs in there, man. Let's hope somebody makes some noise in that. We got the medium scoop. Let's see if we recognize any people up here. We got Sect 1, regular Drakba, who is PLO regular 2. Black Fortuna, man, fan of the live stream, always tunes in. I think he's from Germany, so maybe he watched him back on replay. Shout out to Black Fortuna. Good luck taking this down. Smith, Cesar, Bonin, Doctor, Jippo, Odson, still alive in that too. Very nice, man. Very nice. Zoom was somebody, I can't remember who. Yeah, so we definitely got some heroes left to rail in that. Kush Strange says, did you party in San Diego with Marcus for his birthday list last weekend? Goddamn, Marcus is he's a bad influence, man. But yeah, I don't know. Kush Strange, how do you know Marcus? I think Marcus's online name was Lerped, I believe. I think that's what his screen is. But yeah, we went out for his birthday to Omnia, which is a club out here in San Diego. I believe our table that we got, honestly, had to be like $10,000. It was just fucking ridiculous. Going out to tables is just, man, these guys out here love getting tables. Every night, table. The club out here, Omni, I believe they have one also in Las Vegas. And the one out here, I have to say, is kind of underwhelming. It's certainly not what you'd expect from a quote-unquote Vegas-style nightclub out here in San Diego. So my favorite nightclub's called The Basement. Shout out to The Basement. Shout out to Ian. Ian's this like 6'7" dude that works there. It's like, honestly, you just must have sex with women all day long. Like if I looked like Ian, I mean, I debatably could have sex all day long, I suppose. But if I looked like Ian, there's no way I could say no to all the sex I'd be possibly having all day long. So I think you figured out if you want to have sex with women all day long, you need to be 6'7", jacked, tan, and in shape. Or I guess tan and in shape, or jacked and in shape are the same thing, but have cool hair and have some nice style. Daniel T says, so it seems like we had the same weekend, Poppy. Yeah, pretty much like, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. Also want to give a shout to Daniel T. He got third. We were railing him during last live stream. He was final table at a scoop, and he got third place in that. Nice job, buddy. So an interesting spot here. And Nimzon check called, led the turn when the straight got there, and now he checked the board pairing river. Let's see what happens. MOP's in the tank. I expect MOP to have a hand, like a flush draw type hand, more often than he has a hand like 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 7, 10, 7. Raised under the gun plus 1, I believe. So, and obviously with Natalie in the blind, he's going to have more of those combos to make full houses here. He bets 24K into 36.4. And now Nimzon has a decision potentially. Radu says, who's the spot? Radu, I got to let you use your deductive reasoning, a.k.a. detective work, and figure this out. Who the spot is, you figure it out, Radu. I'm not telling you guys who the spot is. If you don't know who the spot is looking at the lineup right now, I'm not telling you who the spot is. Not going to be able to do it. Not going to tell you who it is, man. You got to figure that out for yourself, guys. Come on. GTO Play says, hola, cola, puppy. Got work in 8 hours. Won't be able to watch too long. What's up, guap, guap? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, my God. What a sick value bet that was. I mean, I guess not that sick. Although it seems pretty sick. Interesting. So, MOP raises, flops top 2, open and straight draw. C bets the flop. Nimzon leads the turn. MOP calls with the second nuts. River pairs the board. Decides to bet 24K into 36K. I guess that seems... God, I really want to talk about that hand, but I guess that seems good. Got another spot here. JP opens pot. Sauce 3 bets. JP's 30K effective. 4 bets. All in. Call. King Jack 9 double suited. JP wins the first one. Second one. Sauce flops top set. And they chop it up. So JPA's play is interesting. I guess he assumes that Sauce is obviously going to be 3-betting him with some potential hands that he might either be 3-bet folding, which I don't know. And also with some hands he might dominate, which once again, I don't know. I guess, yeah, he's 30K. I think yeah. I gotta stop myself. I keep saying way too many. I keep saying way too many things about the hands right now, and I'm just not gonna be able to do it. Chris Strain says the party, he's friends with his sister, and yes, his sister was out, I believe, the other night too. Shout out to her. The party looked crazy. Big ass pictures of his face. If I keep grinding, I might be able to party with you guys, but it's too baller for me at the moment. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I wouldn't if I'm you guys out there, I'm not trying to aspire to be like this table service, bottle service type guy who goes out and man, dude, that's like a whole new world. It's not a whole new world. I've kind of been in that world before for a period of time, but I took like a year and a half off from doing those type of things. And that shit drains you, man. You're out 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you're drinking, you're maybe participating in some illegal substances, depending on the type of things you enjoy doing. You're meeting girls, not necessarily the best, quote unquote, best girls that you could possibly be meeting. They certainly have a lot of leaks. They certainly are not GTO by any standards. Even when it comes to just like a casual sexual type encounter with these women, I mean, I don't necessarily think these are like the most ideal women you want to be going after. You know, they look good kind of in the club. They're wearing a lot of makeup. They're literally looking the best they possibly can look when you see them in terms of what they're wearing, what they look like. You know, when they get drunk or they get fucked up, they just act. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah. Definitely not my kind of women that I typically like to engage with. If I lived in San Diego, I have to admit I might feel differently about going out so much. I think I've been out like honestly like 15 times since I've been here. Like we got tables like 12 times. So, and yeah, you know, I may have made some bad decisions since I've been here, guys. I got to be honest with you. I got to keep it real. Can't lie. I might have made some bad choices since I've been here. You know? Yeah, I might have made some bad decisions since I've been here, guys. I got to be honest with you. Might have made some bad choices. Fuck. What an idiot, man. What an idiot I did. But yeah, these girls out. These professional bottle service girls are fucking just like, these girls know what to do, you know, and they're fun. They sometimes dance. They're at the table. They're nodding their head, but like, yeah, they're not GTO at all. For sure. Not at all. Prober says, very cool stream. So much better than those LOL bad Twitch guys. Yeah, man, the Twitch guys, you know, shout out to the Twitch guys, obviously, but yeah, you know, Twitch, Twitch. I like Twitch. Twitch is a great place. Tim says, don't be such a nit. Fuck you, Tim. Now I'll take that back. Not fuck you, Tim. Epicurus, what's up, Epi puppy, hola cola mosa. Life's the grind. What's up? Deep Sleep says, do you think Sauce sold action for this? I would assume Sauce probably sold a bit of action for this, correct? If I had to assume. Marco says, isn't the 7 full of 9s river raise in the river kind of sketchy since Nimzon led turn? Would you expect to be leading turn with a set after calling the flops? So Mark, on that hand, Nimzon led the turn when the straight got there. MOP bet the river. So Nimzon did not lead the river in that situation. The action was just a bit different. Yannick says, I tried Google searching him for hours to figure out who he is, where he lives. How can I find him so I can punch him in the face? Who are you referencing, Yannick? Who do you want to punch in the face? Armstrong, my boy Luke. What's up, Luke? What up, motherfucker, puppy? Mr. Bogdan. What's up, Mr. Bogdan? What up? Ricky Crispy says, wouldn't be fun otherwise. You know, actually at that club, I was walking around, I was doing some laps. You know, I made sure I looked my best that night. Even though, I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know if I was looking my best that night. I was pretty tan. When you're tan, man, you just look so much better. But I was walking around, I was talking to some women. But like I said, I was trying to stay retired from women. So I wasn't trying to engage in any sort of activities with them, whether it's a dancing in the club, whether you get behind them and you do the thing where you shake your dick on their ass. And it's, you know, it's certainly a form of dancing. Sometimes you invite them back to your place afterwards. Sometimes you invite them to the after party. Sometimes you invite them to a cab. Sometimes you invite them around the corner to the back of the alley where you fuck them behind the garbage truck or the garbage can. Sometimes you invite them back to, you know, man, there's all kind of weird shit that happens, honestly. Honestly, there's all kind of weird shit that happens, man. Tim says bottle service girls aren't wife. Listen, guys. Never go for a bottle service girl. Don't do it. What good? What good come? I mean, what good? Honestly, they're probably great women. They're great people. They're awesome. But what good is going to come from you? Not a bottle service girl. It's the difference between a bottle service girl and a girl that comes to the table to drink out of your bottles for free. Difference. Bottle service girls are the girls who deliver the bottles to the table. They look sexy. They're not wearing many clothes. You want to touch them. You learn to like them over time. As you get more drunk, you keep seeing them, and you're like, God, I want to fuck the shit out of that girl. But what happens is everyone says that. Everyone's firing a shot at them. You got no shot. Just move on. Unless you go there and you're spending $10,000 every weekend, like some people out here in San Diego might do, then you're probably going to end up dating one. And if you're an attractive guy too as well, that obviously always helps. Luke says benders definitely damaging your fitness prop bet. I got to be honest, Luke. Yesterday, I went to the gym. I took my pre-workout. I couldn't stand up straight. I was working out. I was sweating. So much. I was like, I'm working out. I'm not gonna. I can't miss out. So the physique is still coming along pretty well. I got a fitness prop bet with my friend Asher. I've done a couple podcasts with him. My fitness side of things is going quite well. My diet is okay. It's pretty good, I think. Nimzon, man, he's in the action right now. He was at 77K and now he's taking a little hit. So he bets this river 9K and 11.4K. Epicurus says, is Nimzon the fun player in this lineup? The thing about Nimzon is Natalie right now is not playing that bad. Natalie is probably winning. Obviously isn't really playing many hands right now, playing pretty nittier. Nimzon is Nimzon, like the type of stratosphere I think at PLO, Nimzon and Oddson and MOP are just totally separate things. So Nimzon is engaging a lot with Oddson and MOP out of position. That's not going to go well for Nimzon. So in Nimzon's spot, he wants to be playing hands with Natalie, but he just keeps getting himself into situations where he's playing hands with Oddson and MOP out of position. And I got to tell you guys, you don't win money playing hands with MOP and Oddson out of position, unless you're very sweet. Then you do. Mark says, when's your next show? Who's the guest? Podcast tomorrow, most likely with Doug Polk, WCG writer, my good friend. Maybe not good friend. A better than average friend. Better than average friend. My better than average friend, WCG writer Doug Polk. Friday, hopefully we get Ben 86 on, Ben Tallerine. If not Friday, maybe Thursday, maybe Saturday, maybe another day. Ben 86, one of the debatably best heads up and 6-max PLO players in the world. And on JF Monday, we're getting the end boss of Twitch, Poker, Jay Carver. All in. Oddson. What the fuck? Well, JP takes that down because Oddson's weird. But yeah, Jay Carver, Jason Somerville on Monday. That one's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Had a pleasure of talking to Jason a couple times. Had a really good conversation with him in person when I saw him. He's super engaging, super energetic, very smart. And yeah, I believe he's going to Sacramento, California tomorrow with Kid Poker Dana Grano to talk about some sort of legal thing. So let's see what happened this hand here. Oddson limps 4936. MOP raises, JP calls, flops 957. JP bets the turn. What the fuck happens here? So JP bets flop with King 9, Queen Jack, top pair, backdoor straight draw, King high flush draw, backdoor quad draw, a couple reverse blockers. Oddson calls top and bottom and a gut shot, or two gut shots actually. Waits for a safe turn. JP pots the turn. Yeah, whatever. Okay, nice hand. JP takes it down there, run it twice. Tim F says, then you get in and you're stuck with child's support for 18 years. Now, guys, I'm going to literally teach you one of the most GTO things right now. I hope you guys are listening. Please, someone in the chat, tell me you're paying attention to this because I'm honestly going to save one of your guys' life right now. I'm going to save your life. I'm going to save your fucking life right now. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give you two pieces of advice. One piece of advice, a lot of you guys aren't going to want to follow, and that's fine. The second advice, you got to fucking follow. And I swear to God, I've been following this my entire life, and I have no children. And believe me, I should have some fucking children right now, okay? This isn't a piece of advice for you. If you're going to have sex with a girl and use a condom, right? But all that happens is a lot of people just don't like using condoms. That's understandable. Okay. So, I don't know, man. Okay, all right. Fine. Let's just say what it is. Okay, so this is going to be a little sexual in nature. If you're under the age of 18, obviously, please close out of the live stream right now. This is going to be well, actually, if you're under 18, stay in the fucking live stream. You need to know this more important than anything. This is something you have to learn. See, Tim F says use condoms. Use condoms is honestly a very level 1 thinking from a very exploitative standpoint. So the GTO way to do it, guys, and I'm going to go into it here, and I got to tell you guys why you do this. Yauer Bear says, anyone even know who Barry Sweet is? Barry Sweet is a friend of mine. Chat with him semi-often when I can or when I'm online. Very smart kid, funny guy, very helpful. Shout out to Barry Sweet. I think he's probably watching. I got a lot of love for him. Yeah, okay. So here's what you do. And take a note. There's no gambling using condoms. Here's the gamble. So when you have sex with a girl, obviously to end sex, typically there becomes sort of a climax of release where you end up releasing as a male. I'm assuming a lot of my people are male right now. Condoms, what are we in high school? I know, right? So, okay. So what happens is a lot of guys' preferred method of climax is sometimes to, they want to gamble and they want to maybe, do it with their inside their partner. And I got to tell you guys, don't do that. Not GTO. Not GTO. Level 1 is taking, Life's a Grant says, level 1 is taking your dick out when you're about to come. That is level 1. Level 2 is condoms. Level 3, and this, honestly, this is like not the most, I guess, debatably enjoyable way to do it. But what you do is, so you're having sex with the girl. Instead of reaching that climax point of that release point with the girl during the sexual act of whatever preferred method of, whether you're the guy that likes the back door, whether you like the front door, that's fine. We got love for everybody. If you're one of the guys that, whatever, that's fine. You do what you got to do. Sauce bets this river 12.8K into 30K. Here's what you do. And I'm building this up, Vlad says, because Vlad's getting excited. This is on it, man. Tim F says 30 years old, no kids, I run good. You also probably don't have much sex. Bang, bang. And let's be honest, Tim, you're probably not having that much sex. And that's no shots at you, but just from some of the comments you've said over the year and the months in the chat, we know you don't have sex that much. And that's fine, man. A lot of people don't have a lot of sex. There's nothing wrong with that. JP check raises. Doesn't pot it, though. So he's representing, he bet the turn. Sauce raised him, he called. He obviously has a misflush draw here or a blocker hand, 10-5 sort of hand, 5-4, 4-3. Or he could have a full house. So Sauce may have bet like a 6-7 type hand with his size. I like his size in the river a lot, 12.8K into 30K. He could have a type of like a 6 blocker with a flush draw type hand in the turn that he decided to raise, and now he wants to. I really like that river size. It's pretty sweet. So Sauce is in the tank. He could be tanking Hollywood Haxton style where he knows he's going to fold, or he could be tanking because he has an actual decision with a hand like 6-7. I think that JP probably does not have a full house here, but the back door must be optimal GTO. Calls, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think JP has a full house there. It didn't feel like a full house to me. Didn't feel like a full house to me. So Sauce does turn the nuts. Riverboard pairs. So JP bet called the turn with the Mexican straight and also a straight flush draw. So he had a Mexican straight and a straight flush draw. River 4, he decides. So he obviously wants to get the showdown with the hand. There's some percentage of the time his hand is good and Sauce is going to be bluffing. When Sauce bets the river that size, he thinks that Sauce is going to have 6-7. He's never going to have a full house. He thinks he's never going to have a full house. He thinks he's going to have 6-7 a large percentage of the time with that size. He decides that he thinks he can represent a 10-5, a 4-5, a 5-4. Sort of. I don't think he reps it that well, but obviously he has ace 2, 4, 5, 9, so he could easily have a 4 in this spot too. So, but yeah, he didn't pot it either. I don't know. I don't really like that play. I mean, he also does have some. He could always just call the river too in this spot. He does have a straight. So, I mean, the problem with the Mexican straight is that the Mexican straight is not the Mexican straight. You know, you're getting problems when you have fucking Mexican straight. I'll put it like that. Okay, so back to the GTO, guys. This is what you do. Instead of releasing yourself with the woman, what you do is you stop having sex, right? So you're getting excited. You know that point's coming. We all know when that point's coming. Tim says my read's good on him. I mean, obviously, dude, come on. Yeah, so you reach the point, and what you do is I can't remember saying this on a podcast, but yeah, this has been my strat. So you say, how about a blowjob? That's what you say. Now, that's what you say, and what you prevent from happening is potentially getting a girl pregnant. Obviously, you can get a girl pregnant without that release point, but this is the way that I've found that is the most GTO. I've ran sims, guys, and listen, I've crunched hours of numbers. I've got sample size, I've got math, I've got everything on my side. I've talked to Ike Hollywood Haxton about it. I don't know if he agrees, actually. I haven't talked to him about it. But yeah, that's what you do. That's the trick. And obviously there's no glory in this. There's no glamour in this, but I found that almost every girl will always say yes, and it's just that much less likely you have a children or you accidentally get some. I mean, I'm telling you guys, do that. I promise you, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a fucking kid, and you're going to come into the live stream, and you're going to be like, listen, Joe, I got a girl pregnant. And yeah. Yannick says I'm out. Thanks for the entertainment, Joe. All right, Natalie's out. Natalie's done. I think we got to be done, man. P. Dando says, yo, puppy, watch a ton of your show. That's for the first live stream, though. P. Dando, thank you very much, guys. For everyone that's here for the first time watching live, welcome. I think we're about to end, though. Unfortunately, Natalie does leave after knitting it up and booking the win. And we don't have much else left. We could get a little bonus scoop coverage, I suppose, because this is breaking. All right, let's do a little bonus scoop. We got, let's see. I am not railing that. That seems like it's not going to be fun. Let me see what we got here. Got Mercier still left. There's still 7 left. I don't even want to watch that happen for that long. Stefan says, hey, puppy, one of the first railing, which I kept live. What's up, Stefan Bratanov? What's up, Stefan? Stefan Bratanov. Lou Shabby says receipts would be nice. I guess a lack of children can count. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Radu says, I don't really want to watch Mercier at the no limit final table, guys. That seems boring as fuck. Let's see. We got some 1020 zoom. We got 1020 zoom. Wait, can I not watch it? I don't want to join the fucking game. So game breaks. MOP Oddson, I'm thinking, are the losers. Natalie's a winner. Sauce has a 290K stack. Obviously did book a big win. Congratulations, Sauce. We'll be seeing Natalie. I'm sure Natalie will be playing again very soon, because you don't leave with $260,000 and not put that money back in play. So let's see what any other games are running right now. Maybe there's some mixed we can check out real quick. How do I do this again? I don't fucking even know. I haven't used this software in a while. Oh, that's Zoom. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's book mixed and draw games. There's been some high stakes running 100, 200. 100, 208 game. Life's the Grind says, I hate Joe Stapleton. How's that? How can you hate Joe Stapleton, man? I mean, if you listen to the podcast with Joe, I don't think you could hate the guy, dude. I think he's pretty cool. I really enjoy talking to him, man. Donger versus Chow Ren. No, dude, I'm not watching Heads Up. I am not watching any Heads Up. I'm not watching Heads Up No Limit Cash, dude. I'm sorry. I just can't watch it. I'm sorry, guys. The only thing Life's the Grind says the only thing he's done good is fuck the Brie. Allegedly, we can't confirm that. I'm not even sure how you can make an allegation like that without some sort of receipt backing it up. That's a bannable offense. Kim Jong Joey feels like coming out and coming back out and banning you for that, but I like you, so I'm not going to do it. Trevor Gill says, "Hola, puppy." What's up, Trevor? Welcome, guys. We just finished up watching some 200, 400. I'm looking for something else to watch. Man, dude, fuck. Let's see. 7 left in this W Coupe. Mercier is going for win number 4, which is just ridiculously absurd. Win number 4 at the Scoop. He's already got 3. We got Dunphy, according to Russian PTO, the top winner at 2-5 Zoom this year in the action. First place, 111K. Natalie is a 50-100 heads up against Brock Lesnar. Let's see. Luke McCalla says, Joey Stapes dropped a "What up, puppy?" That's what I like to hear, man. Shout out to Stapes. All right, let's see if we can find this action here. God, what is this fucking thing? All right, let's see. Where do we find heads up at here? Here it is. Okay. So Natalie is playing Brock Lesnar heads up. So let's pull this up here. We got Jason Mercier's final table down here. And yeah, Tim F. as alleging that Libori likes to get it in pretty often from what I've heard. Tim F. coming from you, who we've heard some allegations you've already been making in the chat and here. So I have to say that your credibility isn't necessarily as high as it could be. It's not quite as low as Stars Rec Problems' credibility is, but it's certainly not quite as high as your credibility could be to make an allegation like that. So yeah, Damien says, "Arrow up." What's up, Damien? Placina. Hugo B, hello. Just tuned in. What's up, Hugo? Welcome to the live stream. We were watching some 200, 400. That game broke. Now we're watching some. I'm not railing some heads up hybrid Singo tournaments. You got to be out of your fucking mind, Capicola. Come on, dude. I'd rather pour ice down my back right now and let the water run free down my cold body. Yeah, they are the worst. I agree. All right, so now he's playing Brock Lesnar. Brock played some 200, 400 earlier. Whatever. Okay, I don't know how Brock was playing 200, 400 PLO, but I got friends in rich places where the risky. Oh yeah, the thing about going the bottle service thing is that a lot of guys at your table are going to have money, and so what a lot of these guys do is that they're going to go out and hang out with this group of people because these guys got money. They're successful at something. They know people. They have connections. So I think what you find is a lot of people go out to these things and spend monies on the bottle service and the tables to hang out with these guys because they feel like at some point in time, being friends with these people is going to get them an advantage, whether it's at business or making money and opportunity. In general, when you have friends that have money, you're just able to do more quote unquote fun things, exciting things, depending on your viewpoint of exciting. And I think that's what a lot of guys also get caught up in. And obviously, women like a guy with money because what woman doesn't like a guy with money? Even girls that say they don't like guys with money, they always like a guy with money. Obviously, they don't want an asshole, man whore, drug addict, cocksucking, motherfucking piece of shit type of guy with money, but they'd still like a guy with money. So having money always helps. Shots fired at Brock. Okay, listen. For me to say Brock Lesnar, maybe questioning him playing 200, 400, that's not a shot. I'd question most of you guys in chat, except Very Sweet. I know is in the chat. Shout out to Very Sweet. That would be playing 200, 400 as well. So Brock Lesnar playing 10, 20, 250, I can understand. Brock Lesnar playing 200, 400 at this current state at current time. I don't know. I mean, it just seems, it seems questionable. But if your friends want to buy action of you, you might as well play. Why not? With that said, Ben Helfstrip says, any summer traveling plans? I'm going to Tomorrowland in Belgium in July. And I'm going to World Series of Poker for most of it. I'm playing every PLO event, the 10K, 25K, 3K, 6 max, 1,500, and 1K. My boy Tom Power Play Fuertes says, what happened to the 200K table? That table just broke. Natalie booked the win. Was there any big pots? There were some big hands posted in the high stakes thread. I'm going to put together a new high stakes poker episode, and I will recap the 200, 400 session that we've been seeing. That'll be out tomorrow. I'm going to work on that as soon as I wake up. And Aki Lampo says, "What's up? What up, Aki? Puppy. What's up, Aki? Welcome." Life's a Grind says, "To be honest, I think women care more for money than what they let on. I think the thing is they definitely let it on. You know, they might not come outwardly and say it, but it's certainly something that they don't hide, that they enjoy someone who has success. Because what happens when you have money, typically you have success. What happens when you have success, typically you're doing something well. You're either ambitious, working, or you're good at something. So those four qualities right there are a thing that women and men like. Like, who doesn't want someone who's hardworking, ambitious, motivated, you know, successful at what they do? That's the kind of person that you typically would want to be with. And obviously what comes along with those type of qualities is also you end up making money. So I think those go hand in hand. Obviously, you're going to find some people who luck box their way into making some money. You're going to find some people that, you know, maybe degenerates or gamblers or whatever that ended up making their money. So they might not have that ambitious or hardworking or these other qualities or traits that a typical person that has had some success might possess. But at the same time, I'd say more on average, you do find those type of things. And obviously with those qualities, there obviously does come negative qualities as well, where the guy becomes full of himself or cocky or fucking every woman that walks, and those type of qualities too, which, you know, of course, aren't necessarily the most positive things. So Life's a Grind says, I don't think it's stability. It's just they want a high life. Life's a grind. I can tell that your sample size of meeting women and having conversations with a lot of them is very small from that quote right there. And that's all I got to say about that. Fast Freddy says, ask Doug if he had a piece tomorrow. I will ask Doug. Hugo says, great, you're going to have Jay Carver on. I agree. Tom, link to the high stakes thread. Go to News Views Gossip on 2+2. It should be at the top of the page. I want to pull this up. I don't know if I have porn here right now. I'm going to gamble. No porn. Thank God. All right, good. Let's check this out. So let's see. This is the high stakes thread. For anyone that's looking at it, this is where hands are typically posted. Yeah, this heads up match is boring, guys. I'm going to go to bed soon. Oh, all in. Call. Natalie's in show her card. She's got the nuts and takes down 15K pot. Yep, so here's the thread. God, I have so much else I could back the truck up and talk about right now, but this weekend, man, God, I really should do it. I'm actually gonna, for any of you guys that are the hardcores, listen, for you guys that are hardcore out there, and you know who you are, I'm gonna start a Twitter account and I'm gonna start writing back. I'm only gonna do it on a secret. I'm only gonna do it on a secret Twitter account that's gonna be private. I have to know you and you have to be confirmed that I know you're not a complete piece of shit. I mean, I guess from online, what I think you aren't a complete terrible person. So what you can do is if you want to follow my actual, because I have so many things in my mind I want to say all the time, but I can't now because, you know, I can't have these aspirations, you know, I can't. So what happens is I want to say certain things, but people tell me it's a bad idea to say these things. So unfortunately, not necessarily I'm filtered. I guess in a way I'm filtered, but at the same time, I just don't quite I don't say the things I want to say. So if you're interested in following that or talking to me on that or reading some of my things I'm interested in writing about, because yeah, if I have some fun topics in mind, hit me up message me on, DM me on Twitter if we follow each other, message me on 2+2. You can't, my inbox is full. I'm not emptying it. Or message me on Facebook and let me know and tell me that you're interested, and I'll hook you up with that. Garrett says Joe busted the PLO low scoop in 90th. They're losing flip for chip leader. Sorry, Gareth. Luke says, I think it's time for some PLO power rankings. I agree. Tim F, good luck, puppy. Damien says, Joe, I'm in love with Fatima Moramella. I'm in love with Fatima Moria Del Mello. I'm thinking I have to become a heads up PLO rock star. Maybe that would get her attention. I got to be honest, buddy. Hope's a positive thing, but in this chance, I think that you're yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. But I mean, if you do it though, man. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So, Chobo and Believe It says, how do you apply? I just said it, but there was a delay, so I understand you asking. But yeah, guys, I'll take 2 questions from the chat. 2 or 3 questions, and that's it. Ante says, how do I have to set up a Twitter account now to follow that shit? Yes, you do. Ante, you're approved. Ante's approved. He already gets improvement. Life's the Grind says, my sample size is pretty small due to being young and Prob's a fucking idiot. I mean, we're all idiots when we're young. I think we're all idiots kind of when we're older too, though. I don't necessarily think we get that much smarter, but I guess we do get smarter just by a process of maturity and learning more and doing more and having more trial and error. But yeah, obviously when you're young, I mean, you feel like you know it all, but you probably don't necessarily know it all. But I think there's some positives to thinking you know it all as well, because you got a lot of confidence, and confidence is a big thing. So Damien says, prop bet, I'll see you in 2 years. Damien, if you hook up with her in any sort of way, whether it's a romantic way, a friendship way, a lover way, a sexual way, show me a receipt. And yeah. So I'm waiting for 2 questions, and then I'm wrapping it up, because this is boring as fuck to watch. This might be one of the most boring things I have to watch right now. Who are you going to have on the podcast in the near future? I'll say it one more time for the people that arrived late. I'm having on Ben 86, Ben Tellerine, Jason Somerville, Adrian Phoenix, and Doug Polk over the next week. Past that point, I'm having on Jamie Gold during the World Series of Poker. I'm having on an Eastern European tournament girl named Olga, who you guys are going to fucking love. I'm having on JC Musa, who's an old school 2+2 legend, if you don't know who he is. I'm having on... The list is huge. I got to be honest, dude. I just have to do it. And I'm still in San Diego right now, so can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. It's just my computer is fucking annoying. Daniel says, Poppy, is there an any GTO approach to recover if you allegedly used a bit too much drugs over the weekend? Water, gummy bears, McDonald's, sleep, more drugs, in that order. That's it, guys. I'm wrapping it up. Much love. Be back tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on that at Join Group 1. Join the Facebook group, the PLO. Just Google or look up Facebook group, High Stakes PLO Podcast. Join that group. We always get some great discussion in there. I post all the live streams in there. One more hand, and we're going to leave. All in. Natalie has been lost. That's it, guys. I hope this doesn't show any porn when I pull this up. No, it didn't. Thank God. All right. Peace out.